Have you ever noticed the people who are always there for everyone are usually the most exhausted? What if the real reason you're tired isn't work, but the fear of disappointing people? Aaron was the dependable one, the person everyone called when something went wrong. Need help finishing a project at midnight? Call Aaron. Need someone to cover a shift? Aaron. Need emotional support after another breakup? Definitely Aaron. And for a long time, being needed made him feel important. People called him reliable, selfless, a great guy. What nobody saw was the cost. Every time Aaron said yes to someone else, he quietly said no to himself. No to sleep, no to rest, no to peace. But deep down, he believed something dangerous. If people stopped needing me, maybe they'd stop caring about me too. Then came Saturday night. His younger sister had planned a family dinner weeks earlier. Nothing fancy, just food, laughter, and one evening away from work. Aaron almost canceled. Work had already drained him all week, but this time he promised himself he would actually go. At 6:43 p.m., his phone started vibrating. His boss. Aaron froze, staring at the screen. The phone kept ringing in his hand. Finally, he answered. "Hey man, client presentation's broken. I need you to fix it tonight." Aaron looked toward the door, jacket on, keys ready. "Tonight? You're the only one I trust with this." That sentence hit exactly where it always did. You're the only one I trust. Aaron closed his eyes. Yeah, okay. 3 hours later, he sat alone in his apartment fixing slides while the city outside slowly went dark. Cold coffee sat beside him. His shoulders ached. His eyes burned from staring at the screen. At 10:58 p.m., he finally finished. He leaned back and exhaled deeply. Then his phone buzzed again. His sister had posted a photo from dinner. Everyone smiling around the table. Even the empty chair beside her was visible. Caption, "Wish my brother could have made it tonight." Aaron stared at the picture longer than he wanted to admit. Something twisted painfully inside. Not guilt. Realization. This wasn't the first important moment work had stolen from him, and it definitely wouldn't be the last. Then another message arrived, from his boss. Aaron opened it immediately. "Actually, we use the old version, but thanks anyway." Silence. Aaron reread the message once, then again. 4 hours. Missed dinner. Another ruined night. For nothing. Slowly, he put the phone down and walked into the bathroom. The harsh light above the mirror made him look older than he remembered. Not physically exhausted, emotionally exhausted. And standing there in silence, Aaron finally asked himself something he'd been avoiding for years. If I disappeared tomorrow, would these people even care? The next morning, his phone exploded again. Messages, missed calls, requests. Normally, Aaron would respond instantly, but this time, something felt different. For the first time in years, he was tired of being available to everyone. His boss sent another message asking him to stay late again. Aaron opened the chat. His thumb hovered over the keyboard. His heart actually started racing because saying no felt terrifying, not difficult, terrifying. He typed slowly, "I can't do it tonight," then stared at the message for almost 30 seconds before pressing send. Aaron waited for disappointment, anger, some kind of backlash. Instead, 3 minutes later, his boss replied, "Okay, we'll figure it out." That was it. Aaron sat there staring at the screen in disbelief. Months of anxiety, years of guilt, built around a prison whose door had never actually been locked. Things didn't magically improve overnight. The guilt stayed for a while. Every boundary felt uncomfortable. Every delayed reply made him anxious. But slowly, his life started feeling like his again. He slept better, started reading again, actually showed up for family dinners. And something unexpected happened. The people who truly cared about him stayed. The people who only cared about what he could do for them slowly disappeared. And honestly, that became the most peaceful part of all. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Aaron finally understood. The messages were never the real problem. His fear of disappointing people was. And the moment he stopped sacrificing himself to keep everyone happy, he finally felt free. Maybe that's why some people feel constantly exhausted, not because they do too much, but because they abandon themselves trying to be enough for everyone else. And sometimes healing begins the moment you realize your worth should never depend on how useful you are to others.